Hi YouTube, it's LM Beautiful back again. This is my second video for the day, but this is something I was kind of just in the mood to talk about because I'm a college student and I just started the new semester. So I want to talk about some tips and things to help students, and I am definitely hoping to get any suggestions, anything from other students. Um, First of all, I want to say that it's definitely very, very, very important to do your financial aid as soon as possible. Um, you can start doing your financial aid every year, January 1st. I know it varies state to state, but within Illinois, the state that I live in, I believe that is the deadline for us to do our financial aid is March 1st. And it's definitely important to not wait till the last minute and do your financial aid as soon as possible. I know one thing that people probably have a problem with is thinking that you have to wait until you complete your taxes to do your financial aid. That is absolutely not true. Every single year, this is at least the third year, because I've been in and out of college, but this is at least the third year that I've been to school, and I complete my financial aid before March 1st, and I have never even taken my tax forms to the school until pretty I have waited until the last minute to do that. So when you originally do your financial aid, they will ask you, have you filed or are you planning to file? So you will need to say will file, meaning that you are intending to file your taxes. And I have also had a problem always carrying my tax information over to my financial aid. I've never been able to do it for whatever the reason is. Even the last time I had to call the IRS, they said we don't know what the problem is, so I had to just have them fax the information over to the school or whatever. So you can definitely fully complete your financial aid before you do your taxes. Second of all, about a year ago, I received an email. I'm signed up for a lot of different scholarship programs and things like that, and I received an email, which I had never had this knowledge that in order to receive full financial aid, meaning that your expected family contribution EFC will be 0. Apparently, the income for for someone to receive their full financial aid of the family or whatever, the income maximum was $30,000, which is absolutely nothing. Now, I don't know if that's for a single person or a person or a family. I really was assuming that it's for a family. I don't understand how that's not practical, of course, but the economy is getting worse and worse, and it's obviously something that is affecting students quite a bit. So the email said that income maximum would no longer be $30,000, which is already nothing, but that it was going to decrease to $23,000, and that they wanted to decrease it all the way down to $15,000, but they were able to let it stand at $23,000, which is still absolutely ridiculous, because I don't see how any parent could even be, raising one child with the income of $30,000 and be expected to be paying for their child to go to school. I mean, it's ridiculous. So my suggestion would be to students, if you are working, student work, whatever kind of work, try to keep your income at about under $23,000 if you want to receive your full financial aid. That was just some information that I received in an email from being signed up with different scholarship websites and UPromise and things like that. Another thing is student loans. My school had an issue where people were not paying the loans back, the federal loans that you can apply for. So I believe that what they had said, well, if this rate reaches 25%, we're going to lose other grants like the Pell Grant and other things, which are free money that you do not have to pay back, and which a lot more students do receive. So they were getting very, very close to that 25%. So they just decided to get rid of the federal student loan so they would not lose Pell Grants and things like that. So, I mean, the only option for a person who attending this school is to go out and receive your own private loan from Sallie Mae or Wells Fargo or whatever bank you bank with, or whatever you want to do, which is obviously even more difficult, because then you're going to have to, you know, maybe have a co-signer, because they're looking at your credit score and things like that if you're an independent student. Or, I mean, even if you're not an independent student, your parent or whoever may not just want to help you and go ahead and sign their name on something like that. And that's another thing. It's kind of ridiculous for, I think, to be asking somebody for a co-signer and for you to have such a fantastic credit score to get a student loan. I mean, because most students are young, you don't have a whole lot of credit. I mean, so it's just crazy. So I would just suggest you know, paying very close attention. Keep track of what's going on with your school and financial aid and things like that, and just try to, you know, start building your credit score. Look up a lot of information if you are having to receive a private loan, or even if you're in a situation where, you know, you just need to get a private loan for whatever reason. Another thing is student work. If you are having financial trouble, I would suggest, you know, getting a student job. It pays, you know, probably more than likely, most of them pay minimum wage, but something is better than nothing if you're, you know, in college trying to make ends meet. Another thing with the student loans is just very important to start keeping track of your credit score. And some of the information that I read was, you know, first of all, what I do at least every 6 months is I go to like free credit report blah blah blah.com, and, you know, just check my credit score. They have it where, you know, you can check your full credit report, and if you don't cancel the membership, because you have to put in your card information and stuff like that, so if you don't cancel the membership, then they'll charge you $20 or $30 or whatever if you don't cancel within that first 7 days. So what I suggest people do is, you know, go ahead, sign up for the membership, put your card information, whatever in, copy and paste that credit report, save it to a Word document on your computer, and then just cancel the membership at least within 4 to 5 days, so you don't even have to worry about it. Because more than likely, if they charge you, they're probably not going to end up giving you your money back or whatever. So, you know, just try to get your free credit reports and see your scores with the 3 different credit bureaus. When you're signing up for one of those websites, make sure that you're signing up for one that's saying, we are going to give you all 3 of your credit reports and all 3 of your credit scores. To start building credit, I would suggest starting off with some small credit cards. I think one that I am interested in is called Orchard Bank credit card, and it's like with HSBC or something like that. You can Google it, and to get credit with them, what they do is you send them a $200 deposit, and after you pay your credit card bill consecutively for a year, I believe you get your $200 back, and that will help build your credit score. Another big thing is that when using a credit card, you know, just don't be using it all crazy. And I was very surprised to read that you need to only use 10 to maybe 25% at the most of your credit card. Now, you're getting the credit card just to build credit. So I would, you know, just, if I'm going in Walmart to spend $20 and my, you know, credit limit is $200, I'm going to go ahead and use that $20, pay that $20 off as soon as possible, you know, maybe even before the bill comes, because all I'm doing is using this credit card to build my credit and, you know, maybe for an emergency situation. I also recommend any students to constantly apply to scholarships. I received a scholarship my senior year of high school, which I was very surprised that I even received it. It was only $1,000, but that $1,000 went, you know, a long way. Every little bit helps. And I didn't have any magnificent GPA, 2.8 or something like that in high school, and I received a scholarship. And it's, you know, slim to none chance maybe that you'll receive it. Some people depending on your GPA, but there's a lot of different websites out here and stuff, you know, that you don't have to do an essay. You just have to fill out a survey or just different things. Scholarships.com, scholarshipspoints.com, scholarshippoints.com, and just look at these different websites and keep, you know, checking them every month and, you know, doing these different surveys and stuff just to increase your chance of getting some extra money, because it definitely is getting very hard for students out here, and it's really not a lot of benefits for students. The economy is definitely, you know, not in a good place, and it's, I believe it's very much so negatively affecting students. There's not a lot of options out here for us. It's you know, and you know, your parents don't have money, you're an independent student or whatever your case is. I mean, it just can be very difficult for students and very frustrating. So we need to, you know, look at all of our options, you know, so that we can stay in school and finish our goals. So, okay, thank you. I hope that these tips will help someone else. Please, please, please comment and with any information that you have that might help me as well. Thank you.